Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, my name is Ayoade-Adediran. I am the creative director and the cake consultant at Cake Mania Cake Shop. I will be showing you today how to create a cake in fondant, how to decorate a basic round cake in fondant. And if it's your first time learning this, you're going to learn every single step that you need to take before the cake. If you're interested in this kind of content, then please stay tuned and watch. Thank you. Okay, so we're gonna be stacking 3 cakes today. We have 2 chocolate layers and 1 vanilla. So usually I would put like a very small quantity of buttercream underneath before I put the first layer, but today I decided to flip it over since the top part is really moist and nice. So that's it. I'm going to be putting very thin layer of buttercream over a sandwich between the cake layers. So that's what you see me doing right now. You put just a dollop of buttercream there, and then you flip the next layer on it. Align it properly just so you don't have one slipping on the other side, and put another layer of buttercream on that one as well, and spread it, make it uniform. Yeah, just spread it across all around. Usually I would trim each layer of cake before stacking them, but today I decided not to because I want the cake to appear a bit higher, and I don't want to waste the whole thing on trimming. So what I'm going to do is, after stacking the third one, I'm going to then level it by trimming the topmost one to the perfect size that I want it to. You see me do that right now. So make sure it's well aligned, place it properly, and try to press it down a bit, just a bit, without pushing through the button there. So we want the air bubbles or whatnot to not be there anyway. So I don't know what this instrument is called though, but whoever knows the name of the instrument should just let me put it down there in the comment section. But this instrument is what I use to trim my cakes, just to be sure that I'm getting the right size. You really can't trust your eye level sometimes, so I mark it all around and then use my serrated knife to just cut along the marked lines. That way I'm sure I'm getting a leveled line, and by the time I'm done, I still look at it with my try to level with my eye and see if it is properly leveled. If it is not, you would even be able to tell by the time you finish but crumb coating your cake. So now it's leveled. You just cut all round through it, make sure it's all aligned, and now we're going to trim the cakes. Now here, what I do here is I try to make sure that my knife is straight. It has to be straight to get the sides of your cake really straight. I'm not going to be taking too much off the cake because, like I said, the cake is already small as it is and I want it to appear bigger. So I'm going to gradually trim off the excesses, the hard part, and let the whole thing align properly so that it looks nicer. So that's what I'm doing right now. Okay, yeah, it looks good to me right now. I think that's just about okay, enough trimming. So now we are going to crumb coat. We're going to, basically what crumb coating means that you're holding down the all the crumbs on the cake with the buttercream. So we're going to crumb coat this, and eventually we're going to put it in the refrigerator for say like 20 minutes. I guess that should be enough, depending on how much time you have to decorate the cake anyway. But what we have to do now is just to rub the butter, basically rub the butter around the cake equally. So we keep doing that till we get all the crumbs down, and then we move to the top part. We're going to rub the buttercream all over it as well. Make it as neat as possible, but basically it's just to hold down the crumb, so it's not a big deal if it gets a bit crumbly, but just make it tidy, make it smooth, because you really can't hide much under your fondant. So we're gonna keep doing that till we get it smooth and straight. Yeah, done. So the next thing we're going to do now is get our fondant, and we are going to knead it. Kneading fondant is just basically to loosen it up, because this fondant was made like a couple of days before. I think probably like a week before we're using it, so it's a bit stiff. That is the corn flour that I'm using to make sure that it doesn't get stuck. Oh my gosh, what's wrong with my throat? Sorry about that. Okay, so we're going to just roll it out. Roll it, flip it around, move it on the table, because you don't want your fondant to get stuck on the table. The good thing is this fondant is a bit stiff and it's not so flexible anyway, so I had to take extra care in making sure that it doesn't tear on me, you know. So you roll it out and make sure it's smooth, make sure it's all rolled out equally all around. Make sure you roll the entire ends of the circle, the edges of the fondant, till it's all the same level. So I like to take my smoother to go around the rolled out fondant, because I want to be sure that every part is smooth, and I would feel that better under my palm. So that is why you see me doing that. Put my rolling pin in between, because I don't like to lift my fondant. It's risky because it might tear. So I'll use the rolling pin to just take it gently and move it on top of the cake. Please note that this fondant is excessively big. Like, you don't really need to make it this big, please. You don't need to make yours this wide, though it's good when it's wide. So as you can see, I just passed my smoother. Oops. Oh gosh, I just had to bump into that. Okay, anyway, like you just need to keep rubbing your hands gently around the cake to make sure you sort of press it on the cake gently. No imprinting of fingers, no dragging, no pulling. Just gently massage, not massage though, but gently, you know, pushing the fondant onto the cake so that it sticks on it gently, and then you pick up your smoother and then start to smoothen it around. You can use 2 smoothers actually, so I think I would need 2 smoothers. Yeah. So you rub your smoothers around it. I like to use 2 smoothers because you get to move it around easily and it's smooth. So you use your wheel cutter to just trim off all the excesses and remove the excess fondant. You would want to knead that immediately, just so that it doesn't get dry. Depending on the weather or whatever around where you are, you would want to knead it so that it doesn't get dried on you, and you can still use the rest of your fondants later. So you're going to still lay your knife. You need a sharp knife to just put the knife on the side of the cake and gradually trim off the excesses, such that the entire cake is covered to the bottom, basically. Then you turn that around, turn your cake around, move it around and cut off all the excesses, and voila, we're done. That's all.